Hello, Tenacity. Welcome in. How you doing? Ooh, coming in with the free stream streak, huh? Look at you go, buddy. Sorry, I was doing my typical shuffle shuffle. Shuffle shuffle, shuffle shuffle, shuffle shuffle, shuffle shuffle, shuffle shuffle shuffle. How is everybody doing today? So I've been dying to play this again. So here we are. Ta-da! Strange Antiquities. Shuffle shuffle. The last time we played this, the cat is missing. No, Mittens. He's missing. And I shall not end the day until I find my poor kitty. Friday. There's no kitty. Kitty is a pillar. We have this. I have no idea what it means. We have that too. Can we? Okay, no, we can't take that back out of there. This, I still have no idea. Just ring the bell. Let's just get on with it. I've come back for that Corvin's mite, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I want Corvin's mite. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgarth. She took my cat! Evil bitch. She wants Corvin's mite. I don't want to give it to her. I made a promise. Corvin's might, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wick's power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. That doesn't help me. How do I know which one that is? Is it eagle? Do we have something eagle-like? We don't know what it is already, do we? No. Okay. What does the green gemstones do? Stone of earth and nature. Yellow, pale yellow, stone of strength. A topaz. Do we have a topaz? An orange gemstone. The pink gemstone. Oh, a pale yellow orangey gemstone, a turquoise and an orange. Turquoise and orange? Meh. Ooh, 3 steaks. Hank, this woman took my cat, and she wants the thing that we didn't give her. Otherwise, she's gonna kill the cat. I'm having trouble breathing again. Am I like having an anxiety attack live on the stream? Is this what this is? No, she wants the Corvin's might, remember? But she's gonna kill the cat if we don't give it to her. I don't have the faintest idea what it could be. Oh my Christ. Thanks, Michael, for that. How are you doing today, buddy? That's a symbol of strength. Hmm. You good? Good, I'm glad. Hank, thank you very much for the 50 bits in your ding dong. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I want to save me cat. Got an Eagle's gift is an assassin's tool that makes use of Witk's power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded, close to defeat, the gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Like, this picture doesn't really have anything useful other than the stone. Do I have a stone like I am? I don't have anything with that symbol on either. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pelico. Welcome in, dude. No, we wanna save the cat. I just don't know what. I don't know what Corvin's might is. Either you give it to me, or you never see a cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgar. I think it's the stone in the hand. It's a talon. I don't have a talon. And now, are you telling me that it's this one? Or are you guessing that it's this one? You're pretty sure it's that one, so you don't really know. Okay. Don't forget, I can't end the day without saving the cat. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of the Doctor Lemorph? Before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I have been having terrible nightmares. And they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Alright. Something to stop terrible nightmares. Does he want sleep vessel? Does he want to sleep? He's having terrible nightmares. Hey, why did that do that? He doesn't want something that makes him stay awake. A shield charm for protection? What do I give this guy? For his nightmares. There's so many. God. They're not got the slightest clue. What the fuck is wrong with that club? Oh, uh, I broke it by clicking the button. The bird is bringing a stone to the lady in the picture. I see that. I know that. It's not a clock. It's something as a blender. Oh, IDs is a blender. That's funny. Brittany, no. Can you be a bit more specific? He thinks he's been cursed. Right? Mm-hmm. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Not tick sight. Is that what I have to give them, or is that what causes it? It's the Moonstone Guardian. For banishment of Hobspit and Noctixite, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Moonstone Guardian. The cat? Does he want a cat? What's the pink gem do again? Oh shit. I think it's the cat. So I think this is what you want. Jesus Christ, it took me forever. I was like, what the fuck does he want? It's not specific in any way, shape, or form. I think, guys, if I'm to be real quick, I'm gonna go deep into. I think the reason why I struggle to breathe on stream and I'm coughing and stuff, and why I can't talk is because I think I'm having an anxiety attack on stream, and I just don't know it. Like, I was again fine before I sat here, and now I'm sat here, and I'm trying to talk, and I'm struggling, and it hurts. I want to cough. But I was fine before that. It's fucking weird. I wouldn't know what was causing it, to be quite honest. We still have 3 bits of paper to figure out. Something by a generic seal, object made from silver. Something generic field. If we go down here... Is it down here? No, it's in here. This. And this. This says generic field pattern. All thermic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thermatic lens. So this and this, like, generic field? Generic seal? And I'm assuming this is something to... I know this is something to do with this, but I don't know what this is. We need that for the Corvin's Might. Whichever that may fucking be. You don't have the lens yet, so you can't figure it out. Typical. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth's Hall that I'd hadn't. In the cellar where they found those 2 poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. It seems there is a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it forced me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I have been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. I don't know. If you just look under my desk. No, I'm kidding. Protects against insanity in all forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. I think it's this thing. Here you go, ma'am. That was kind of easy. It's the only item with the insanity symbol. The cat! I almost closed the day. We need to know what Corvin's Might is. Where do we need to meet her? Calgarth. 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 Where the hell is that? Calgarth Hall stands stately and pristine. Its grand architecture and testament to the Calgarth family legacy. Inside, generations of wealth and influence are on a display at every turn, but with the girls taken ill, no visitors are welcome. What? Oh, the woods behind it. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's Might and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. Should I give her what she wants? But then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there is a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Corvin's Might or Diverging Hook? Hey, Miller. How's it going? Right. So we're back to the thing of we don't know what Corvin's might is. What's the diverging hook? A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that there's a thought ever there at all, but it is too easy to leave a mind in a disarray. Even when approached with care and unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track. There's no way we're gonna get close to her enough to give her that, right? She'll kill my cat. Not too bad, you. I'm okay. Thank you very much for asking. I place a Corvin's Might on the floor and step back as I'm instructed, and true to her word, the woman reveals where I can find Jupiter. Your cat is aboard the Mary Bell and has come to no harm. The Mary Bell. Mary Bell, Mary Bell, Mary Bell, Mary Bell, Mary Bell, where are you? Mary Bell! Where is it? I wish they wouldn't give me... to top the Mary Bell. What the fuck? $23. It's probably the sister, and that's what she wanted when she came in, and you were told not to give it to her what she wanted. It's the sister we didn't give the Corvin's Might to the first time around, but she stole Jupiter, so I'm just gonna give her what she wants. I don't want her to kill my cat. If she dies, that's her own problem. I tried to save her. She didn't listen. The Mary Bell is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There's nobody aboard. Nobody that at least I can see. So I climb over the railings and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind the windowless door. I try the handle. It opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with a mismatched eyes. Jupiter, he springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs his chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Kitty! I found you! Good kitty, you're such a good kitty. Oh, I'm so happy you're back. Look at your fur. Oh no, you need a brush and a clean. Oh no, you're so dirty. Oh dear. Good kitty. We have it back. Now we could officially end the day. He tried using the diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he couldn't find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hand is ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Oh boy. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Riddles, everybody. We have to solve it. Kitty! You're such a good boy. Right. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Oops. Below a moon that does not shine. There's no mark upon my shrine. Below a moon. Is there some place called Moon? No. Your neighbor bears a cross of stone? The Undermere Church or the Green Church? Or it could be this place. Although there's no church here, right? It's definitely not the catacombs. Any ideas, chat? Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Maybe it is the catacomb. Below a moon that does not shine. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. So underneath a moon, the neighbor cross and stone, and there's no mark upon my shrine. I find the blank tombstone without too much trouble, but there's nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface when I suddenly see it tucked away in a natural crack in the rock wall, a stone tomb. That's what I came for. Ooh. Ooh, it's the strength stone. Right, that's what that was, I thought. That symbol, didn't it mean strength? Mm-hmm. Strength. Catherine! Traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I've read stories of the Drea of old, who would hunt in partnerships with an eagle, seeing what they see soaring in the wind. I intend to rekindle the lost customs. Perhaps you know something about it. The Eye of Whatamahulet. That's the voice. He doesn't want the hunter's boon. I thought we already did it. The Eye of... Guess we didn't. The voice of pain. I'm pretty sure this is the thing that she wants. Ah, David. I expected to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she was in her home. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Mr. Bream. Oh, Mrs. Bream. The only house on... Stop coughing, you fool. On Ruskin. This house. I am greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. Oh, meander even. He leads me up the stairs into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. We hear the voices. At first I think it's the house creaking in the wind. Soft murmuring groans seem to come coming from the walls themselves, but then I start to feel as though a conversation is happening, too quiet to make any sense of it. We need the hearing what's it. The hearing what's it. Does anybody remember what that was called? The hearing chart. Literally just the hearing. It. With the hearing charm, I suddenly find myself being able to pick up every small sound without difficulty. The whispered voices become clearer and my heart beats faster as I hear what they are saying. They are discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity inside. In my horror, it's a human skull. Its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. And the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity and my hand closes around an unusual-looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent, and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. Oh. Interesting looking item. A green gemstone in the shape of a moon. And it's made out of bronze. It's smooth, raised detailing. You can't hear or smell it, and it has no brain functions. Alright. Spooky. I would wear that. It looks fucking cool. Anyway, moving on. What do you want, Mr. Pierce? My father's sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go. But he sold it to buy a whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I wanted to restore it to its former glory. Shimmer, you say? Oh, fucking hell. I wish they didn't add that button into this game where you could accidentally left click. Not left click, right click. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce a calm rage in the face of the unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his on his chest plate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of South of Fell in 1356. On his chest plate. And this thing? Do we have something that looks similar? Something that slots into a sword? In the hilt. Ankles a hilt. Help. What would slot into a hilt? Near the handle? Do you think maybe this thing? What do these symbols mean? Cold. And heat. That means cold and heat. You need calm. Shimmer to form a glory. And what did it say about shimmer? They induce calm rage in the face of the imaginable horrors. Calm rage? And it goes on a... It goes on a swan. Is it this thing? Sorry. I'm having a moment. Strong sense of being watched. What the stones mean in this one? The black, the green, and the gold? Or you just mean in general? So we got amber, the sunstone of fire, light, and heat and life. Purple is the stone of containment. Aquamarine is the stone of water. Bloodstone is the stone of dark purposes. Iolite, which is like a dark purple. The calming stone of peace and safety. The earth's jade is the earth and nature. Kyanite is the anchor between body and mind. Malachite is the fourth eye, the stone of sight. Moonstone is the stone of protection. Obsidian is the stone of fire and fury. Onyx is the stone of night and darkness. Topaz is the stone of strength. And we already know the Vivinite is the stone of death and decay. Purple, black, and topaz? I mean, we have topaz, dark green, and black. We have two black and orange. This pendant would fit into the slot shown in the sketch. Would it? The topaz and the obsidian gemstones. What slot? His cock slot? Like, where is that thing going exactly? Okay, fine. Whatever. It was lied to. The cock slot has been called up. So dumb. I work at the steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's one of us that hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything to protect against that sort of thing? You want to be protected from a burn. They're not burning from the inside out. So it's not a curse. Maybe we look at something for the pink gemstone? Let's have a look. Fire? Made from vascular scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit a bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Basilisk scales... basilisk. Vascular scales are highly required. I think you're looking for this thing, dude. A serene ward. An item featured a vascular scale. An amber and obsidian just hints for the collection with fire. Yeah. That one was kind of easy. Thanks, my wife would be relieved. I found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. I don't know if there's anything important or not. Okay. It was just lying on the floor and you're the only person to give it to me? Oh, what the hell? That's one of the thingies. Triangle, big circle, middle circle, top circle. A small circle. Go back. And again. And again. This one? Selenic of the moon? That one's... Remember that, chat. Selenic. Oh. No. No. Okay, so big circle, middle circle, square. Or diamond, little circle. Noctic. So Noctic something Selenic. I would say it was this one, but there's 3, not 2. Let's have a look at the book. There's one with the triangle. That we haven't seen. There it is. So it's Noctic, Erdaic, Selenic. And what does that mean? Of Earth? So of night? Of Earth? And moon? Night, Earth, moon? Night, Earth, moon. Night, Earth, moon. I'm gonna say it over and over again to make sure I'm not crazy. Something with green. Night, Earth, moon. So jade, moonstone, and onyx. Maybe the moonstone guardian. Okay, which way around did I go again? Moon. Moon, Earth, and night. Yeah. Go away. That's moon. Night. The cat has to be lost. I was more on about the gemstones, going from the gemstones. Because we got the pattern, right? So if you look at this, Selenic is this of moon, Dredaic is earth, and Nautic is night. And I was looking at the gemstones. So you got the of stone of night. This is the Selenic stone, moonstone. And the stone of earth. I don't think there is another Selenic stone. No, so it has to be the moonstone. Cat first? No, that has to be in this order. This is Selenic. Oh, the cat is wrong too. Selenic. How are we supposed to know which one of these is Selenic though? By the index? The sea vessel, the Selenic term, and the Elva stone. Okay. The lane next to him will sleep faster. So no. We don't actually know what that is. Going the wrong way though, I don't think it really matters. We just put like random ones in there. Like, I don't know particularly what this thing means. Yeah, which one is it? Noctic of the Night. I don't Now, do we have anything for nighttime? It could be any one of these. That took forever to figure out. Did it put everything back? No, it didn't. Stop putting it down there. I guess it's just a matter of messing with things, yeah. Like, I'm not sure how we were supposed to have known that, like, precisely. As I said, other than just guessing. Audrey. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful, because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you are not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled pen is all I require. Why are we helping this crazy girl? Is brightly colored in the light, but clouds over after a short period of total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Bright colored in the light. Cloudy in the darkness. Helpful. Is it this thing? Woman, I don't know. Does that do that with anything else? Did this thing? No. I don't know. Oh, woman, why are you such a pain in my ass? You bloody cult-adoring muppet. something brightly covered. I have no idea.
She's kind of.
Put the eye in that cupboard?
Sorry, no.
You're thinking. I was so confused, I was like, I have no fucking idea. Honestly. I was like, how the fuck are we even supposed to test that? Amen thought as the heathens as the heathens opened. Human thought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leaped astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. Damn heathens. Oh no, it's one of these. I'm so stupid.
Gosh, oh, why?
I swear I need like glasses or some shit. There's that one. Pointing me to here. When I draw back the curtain, I am unable to control my exclamation of horror. Behind the dark red velvet is a silent, squirming, seething mass of eyes, all shiny and wet and alive. Fear takes hold, pardon me, before my mind catches up and I understand what I'm looking at. And when I do, I realize that it is looking right back at me. The object I am looking for sits on a small shelf below the eyes. As I watch as I snatch it and get the hell out of there as fast as I can. Ew. Okay. I couldn't read that without laughing. I think we finally located the wreck of the Orion out in the lake. Sadly, our funding has run out and we can't afford expensive diving equipment. We put our heads together and wondered if there was another way, our last hope. You want the water breathing thing? Something with a turquoise in it. This thing? Breathe. An ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be the most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Those that are used in acres for extended periods of time forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Oh, it's this thing. Right? Yeah. What was the other thing that was... It was this thing, right? Cold and smooth, surprisingly warm. This is the water breathing thing. Whoops. I'm surprised because it's not a turquoise stone, I don't think, is it? No, it's pearlescent blue glass. It's not a turquoise stone, so I don't know why. This is a lot harder to tell because the descriptions of the items are like very vague. I am close, but I need more power. I need more power! I need St. Cedric's thunder and quickly while the storm is raging. I'm gonna need more power. Maybe there's one that was for oxygen instead of water. Oh no. Oh no. Chikunda. Gave it the wrong one. Cedric's thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness his power for centuries. You imagine alchemists just stood there just clapping. And there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They are placed on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from warning over time. God. They left out the velvet majority of them is struck more lining. Wanting over the. What does that word mean? Wanting. They use gemstones to stop it from wanting over time. Waning? It's waning! It doesn't help. It dissipates. And what would do that? Oh, shit. An amethyst? Do we have anything with an amethyst on it? We have one with 3 amethysts on it. Is this box what you're looking for? It was kind of obvious because it was the only thing with an amethyst on it. I've been trying to get a hold of an Umbra. Before she vanished, Verona said it might have something to do with my patient. It had almost slipped my mind, but then I remembered that there's one right here in Strange Antiquities. Eli told me himself he keeps it locked behind a ethereal key. Keeps it locked behind ethereal key. If it's locked behind this fucking thing, how the fuck do you think I'm supposed to open it? Huh? Huh? bet these people come in here and think that, like, I'm some sort of fucking... ethereal key? Was that orange and black? Amber and... Wait, what is it? Yeah, so the onyx. Orange and onyx? I mean, this thing... Been sat there the whole time. No, you want the umbra? Abra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, require several hours, and have any effect. They produce a noctic field. Do they indeed? Well, I guess let's find out which one of these produce a noctic field. Why can't I put anything on, like, that side of... Which one was noctic again? That's noctic, right? Okay, yeah, so the swirly one. What did she want it for? What's the marking? That's what I was wondering. Stick man with a penis. Confusion. We're trying to get a hold of an Umbra. Before she vanished, Verona said it might have something to do with my patience. It almost slipped my mind, but then I remembered that there's one right here in Stranger Antiquities. Eli told me himself he keeps it locked behind an inferior key. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Prolonged use can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject become deeply disorientated. They produce a noctic field. Guess the only way we're gonna find out is by like checking if these. That one is unknown. It could be this thing. Or even this thing. What does that symbol mean? Paralysis. So I guess we gotta decide which ones out of these three is the one we want. What's that symbol? Hypnosis. So that coffin is a coffin of hypnosis. Not the coffin, that thing is a symbol of hypnosis. This item has a symbol of confusion across his face, which matches his description of causing mental fog. Sure. Mental fog now means confusion. I don't even know where to start. I think someone tried to kill me yesterday. She had that damned Corvin's might. I'm lucky that she didn't know what she was doing, but even though it was a close thing, the hex grazed past my face and did this to my hair. It's supposed to only a matter of time before I create an enemy for myself. I'm going to need to watch my back. There's some object that I can use to warn of imminent danger, isn't there? Wait, why is she trying to kill you? You're a relic hunter. Why is she trying to kill you? She's not even up here, but... Yeah. That's... the silent breath. They found some poor soul washed up on the lakeshore, an older lady by the sounds of it. Drowned, but that's not the worst of it. Her eyes were all black, just like the others. I'm not taking any chances with the water around here. I'll take a bone scan. You think it's, Verona? We haven't seen her since we gave her the sextrum. She's been in the catacombs. Small item known as a bone scar can be placed in any liquid to render it a safe drink. King Cedric, the meek as well, was well known to be terrified of being poisoned. So always drank from the same goblet, and he always placed the bones guard inside. He's still stabbed to death in 1203. He's obviously spared the mark of an antidote. Bear the mark of the antidote. Don't know what kind of symbol that is then. Do we have a goblet? No. The objects bear the mark of the antidote. I have no idea. A small item known as a bone scud can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. Well known to be terrified of being poisoned, was also always drank from the same goblet and always placed the bone scud in. The object bears the mark of the antidote. There is no mark of that. Blessings, Horn God, Rebirth, Spirituality, Triple Godless, Which is not, Which sign, Ice, Heat, Frost, Cold Wind, Thunderstorm, Snow, Rain, Fog, Hail, Lightning, Summer, Spring, Autumn, Winter, Copper, Gold, Iron, Silver, Quicksilver, Lead, Tin, Zinc, Potassium, Platinum, Phosphorus, Magnesium, Bismuth, Arsenic, Antimony, Ashes, Oil, Soap, Measures, Urine, Tallow, Vinegar, Wax, Dark Lake, Water, Fire, Air, Fire, Earth, Wisdom, Weakness, Protection, Strength, Truth, Poison, Paralysis, Life, Death, Confusion, Calm, Deception, Fear, Foresight, Insanity, Hypnosis, Fortune. Is it this one? I'll take a bones. I'm afraid I can't pay you, but I can offer a trade if you accept. The fuck is this? It chills my blood to hold it? What does the one you just have? Do you just look to have for markings? The one that sucks up poison? This one? It has the poison symbol on it. That was the only the reason why I chose it. Like none of these others have a poison symbol. So I was like, it has to be that one. The writer was lucky he made it to Backborough and found refuge there. There was a nurse and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye was permanently blackened, like his partner's eyes had been. Ooh, spooky. Sun and moon. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Helpful. Here we go again. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. I just keep bringing that up. I find the row of 3 tombs in the upper levels of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here. I sit for a while in quiet contemplation. When I rouse from my thoughts, I look down at my feet and find an item there. Had it been there all along? I never noticed it when I sat down. Interesting. Now, where did he say wasn't any of these people washed up on the shore? Could have been it. By the dock? I've been hearing a worrying rumor about Verona Green. They're saying she drowned in the lake. I hope for all our sakes they're wrong. According to family legend, an ancestor of mine hid an item of formic significance in his burial chamber. It has never been found, but not for the lack of trying. I was tempted to search for it until I learned that it was in the catacombs in a place known as the Hall of Shields. Perhaps it's better to leave it to those who know what they're doing. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It's not fear, although a fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the depths, a place where I find where few have been, and fewer have returned from. Not even aliens can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called the Wandering Shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mine rot that would otherwise consume them. It could be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. I don't think it's any of those. Sure. The interior is lined with a paste made from sofa. Then I tried to breathe in the vapors from the wandering sound, but to my horror, I realized that the spirit boat was empty. My vision starts to blur as the cloying air of the depths fill my lungs, and I stagger away in a daze. When I last reach the surface, I take deep breaths of fresh air, but my lungs ache for some time after. I need to be more careful. I have written to Barton Potter. He will know where to find a wandering. The jar that's sofa, the one next one, yeah, I realized. Oh my god, Nancy, what happened? I've done something quite stupid. I went exploring in Heathwood and I came across a grave. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. The thorns were thick and menacing, and I scratched my arm on one of them. I have not felt well since yet. Please help me. You don't look well. The black heart. The heart sufferer feels constricted as though clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out darkly on the body. Eventually, death will occur. Burning, choking, poison of the mind, vivid nightmares, speech. I think we're looking for black heart. Used to reverse the effects of the black heart curse. A skilled hand is required to perform the procedure, drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. The instrument is made using a dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. The lamb siphon. Using this one? Yeah, Thaddeus. You don't know me, but it's time I introduce myself. I am the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Eli and I have a complicated relationship. Don't all siblings? I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he has left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I know he'd only turn me away without even looking at it. Thanks, dude. It takes great effort to turn my eyes away. It's luring. As a curator of Undermere's Museum of History, Thaddeus is a collector of artifacts and curiosities from around the world. He has an eye for the rare and the unusual and enjoys telling the world unheard stories through his collections. Over the years, he has also amassed a collection of items he does not put out on display. These are items that it would be best that the public did not know about. They are known as dark articles. I don't know what the deal with this clock is. How do we find Mr. Potter? Hypnotizing me? Baby. I need to pee, so I'll be right back. Okay, I peed. I'm back. I peed real good. Oh, Christ. Simone. Jupiter, thank goodness you're safe. Yep, he's alive. I was worried about you. I hope my mother is okay too. I've lost count of the amount of gossip I've heard about her misdeeds over the years. The truth is, when she gets stuck into a mystery, she's been known to disappear for days at a time. In the meantime, I believe I found another clue in the journal. The text directly before this largely intelligible... The text directly before this is largely intelligible, but I was able to make out a reference to the vault of some kind. Three resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. Oh boy. Also, it wasn't a rumor of your mother vanishing. She drowned, dude. She drowned. I don't think there's much of her much of her coming back at this point. Dear me. Three resonant objects. Just first. Maybe a second. Last. Resonant. Resonant objects. What would be a resonant object? What is this thing pointing? The thing seems to love the umber. Three resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. You heard P? You did hear P. You did indeed hear P. Resonant objects. I'm just going to repeat it again and again and again. And just hopefully something comes to my brain. Ring rock resonant. The resonance compass. Zephyrim. The resonance compass will point towards nearby resonant objects. The only objects that can be detected this way. Resonant objects are hardly prized by both the thaumaturges and those who collect the occult curiosity. Oh. So this is a resonant object. Is it light or is it heavy? Don't know. There's a compass. Give me this. Will it point to something else, though? It is pointing to something else. Okay, this is also a resonant object. Which is heavier than this one. What else is a resonant object? Alright, this thing. We all have three resonant objects. Thank you. Mr. Compass. It's time for you to bug off now. Okay, so this is the heaviest so far. And that's the lightest. Eh. Lightest. Heavy. Excuse me? Get back here. The lightest first, the heaviest at last. Eh. The hell? Oh god. Am I supposed to know? I don't know. I guess that was it. Okay. Let's move that over there. It's quite fat. Move that over. So that's that then. So what was this thing? The resonant compass. I got a fright when they brought the body of that poor drowned woman to me with those lifeless black eyes. I thought for sure it was Verona at first. She does look like her, but weren't quite certain it's the lady from Hawkshed who went missing a few days ago. There's one thing I can't get out of my head though. Why would she try and swim across the lake? In the meantime, Verona is still missing. I don't like to use formic needles as a rule, but the circumstances are beyond the rulebook. We need answers. Formic needle. Formic needles are controversial items that are rarely used. They can reach the mind of the recently deceased to give them an impression of their thoughts before they died. Seriously, the weight of these tool items decreases when heated. The weight of these tool items decrease when heated. So it is heavy and it's tool. It's tool and heavy. Tool and heavy. Wait, where's that? Tool and heavy? Oh boy. Oh. I can reach it to the mind. Oh my. This is so vague. It hurts. Something with the mind is what I know, but it's like. It's a tinkling sound. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Um. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. It chills my blood to hold it. It's cold, it's made of stone. It's. What did we say that symbol was? But not that. Strength? Maybe something with foresight? Hey, Netarac. How you doing, Netarac? Also, you know before it happens, yeah. I know, but there's not really much else to go on. Other than hypnosis, you're not gonna do hypnosis on the dead. Roof, maybe? That one has a truth symbol, one has a deception symbol, does it? That's a deception symbol. It feels unusual, not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. I can't tell if it's a low hum coming from the item or my own imagination. There's definitely something unusual about this item, but I can't quite put my finger on it though. On the bottom shelf? You mean that symbol? That's not the symbol of truth, is it? No, it's not. It's a symbol for strength. It's the symbol for strength, it's not the symbol for truth. This is tricky. Long? Yeah, see, it's tall and heavy. Tall and heavy? None of them were really heavy. I mean, that one's heavy. I'm assuming it will be cold to touch, right? If it's heavy, it'll be cold. It could be this one. Excuse you? I am at a loss. That was just a guess. It's heavy, but it's not cold. It says it's warm. Yeah, but it's warm and heavy, right? It's supposed to be cold and heavy. If it's warm, it's lighter. Decreases when heated. If it's warm, it's supposed to be lightweight. Misleading with its text. You mean nah? Don't argue with me, fool. Shush, stop talking. The people are afraid they have a right to be, but it's too late for them. They are no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worthy of saving. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I am the one who leads us through this turbulent time. They respect strength and power above all else. Do we want to help this woman? She's a priest. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it. Her god is death himself. Shit, what did she want? Morgan's folly or performance? A falling symbol can be revealed to introduce a trance-like state, and anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precaution should be taken against it unwittingly, looking upon a hidden symbol for. Ordnance can enhance physical strength and restore strength that has been sapped, whether by an extension or by hex. They are made of stone and iron and can usually take a formal turn. I feel like both of these like help her, don't they? Okay, she wants strength. So we're gonna give her Morgan's Folly then, I guess. I don't trust you. Stupid woman. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon making it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. No, she wants her people to respect her by showing them that she has strength and power. They're made of stone and iron, usually form as taking a small totem. Stone and iron? Stone and iron? I don't have anything made of stone or iron. Or both. Of iron and gold? Stone or iron? Has to be this thing. The writer's partner was less fortunate. They found his frozen body a week later. marked by Jupiter. You were marked by tin? I don't see no curly fours, do you? The mark of Jupiter on my map leads me to a square room on the ground floor. Other than the intriguing torn note, there doesn't seem anything interesting. Until I noticed that on the bookshelf as mounted on the runner, I can slide to one side. I push it glides easily, revealing hidden access to a wall behind it. Oh, we got the other half of the note. Are you telling me they don't? The castle vaults are blocked by a generic seal. It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold that produces a generic field. The castle vaults are blocked by a generic seal. It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold that produces a generic field. The castle vaults? These vaults. Generic seal? That one. That's not it. Big circle at the top. Small circle in the middle. Two swirlies. Made from silver or gold. Kill the cat then. I want a book by a large iron door that has no handle or keyhole. It does not give in the slightest. When I push against it, I realize it has been thermically sealed. But that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. The door slides open without a sound, and as though it has been kept well oiled over the years. Behind it, I find a large natural cavern that extends into the rock beneath the castle. Somewhat disappointingly, the walls are lined with racks of whiskey bottles instead of rows of artifacts that I was picturing. When I show Edmund, he was delighted, and he spent some time examining the dusty shelves. It's not long before he makes a find that I'm surprised I missed. I return to the shop with a spring in my step and a curious eye that demands further study. Iron and bronze, and it has some symbols. It has engraved symbols and its sharp edges. Doesn't have any smell or sounds. Doesn't do anything to my brain. Great. And a note. The Bishop's Square is a simple tool of my great-grandfather's devising, loosely based on a Briar's disc. By all accounts, he was an impressive man, but it would seem his mind began to fail him at the end. Perhaps he spent too long studying his Zia. He imagined invisible enemies coming to steal away his most prized possessions, so he began hiding them about the castle, noting their locations in a code that only he understood. The Bishop's Square is a simple tool of my great-grandfather's devising. It loosely based on a Briar's disc. By all accounts, he was an impressive man, but it would seem his mind began to fail him at the end. I don't want to know what any of that means. And I can't say too much, but it has fallen to me to carry a secret that people would kill for, that people have killed for. It's a lot of weight to carry around in my head, and it's getting harder to bear around some family members. It occurred to me that it would be safer and ecumenical. I'm just gonna pretend, but I know what that is. An ecumenical is a receptacle commonly featuring a memento mori and acts as an aid to recollection. The memory cannot reside in both the mind and the thing at the same time. It cannot be stored indefinitely. It's the box, the death box. People are getting best as the brothers of Holger have been marching through the streets with that crazed priest at their head. Not long ago, that sort of behavior wouldn't have been tolerated under there. Now there's people joining in. I told her we shouldn't have given her that thing. In answer to your question, yes, it is possible to capture a wandering shroud. To the north of the town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come out at a hilltop that was clearly of some ancient significance. It is not uncommon to see the wandering shrouds there. Be patient, be still, and they will come, your friend Barton. Follow north of the town, follow stream through the woods, you'll come to a hilltop. North? To the north of the town. Follow the little stream up through the woods. You'll come out on top of a hilltop. After a pleasant walk along the bank, I reach a series of grassy mounds, the barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. I am to collect what I come for. I will need to be prepared. Oh god, he needs the thing. The right one, though. He needs the spirit bolt. I sit and I wait quietly, patiently, not certain exactly what I'm looking for. For some time, nothing happens. And then long after my mind has drifted towards a warm fire and a hearty supper, I notice a movement in the corner of my eye. A strange thin mist has formed near one of the barrows. It seems to produce a sort of dark light, contradicting a contradiction that my eyes have trouble perceiving clearly. The ethereal creature, for surely this is a creature of some kind, ambles towards the vault that I have left out for this purpose, and I daren't breathe as it slowly nestles itself within the receptacle. Okay. Now, back to this. I breathe deeply from the spirit vault, and it clears my mind. I don't care to linger too long down here, but I forge on until I reach the unmistakable fall of shields. The stone sarcophagus sits a raised portion of rock in the center of the cavern. I hold a torch to close to get to better see the inscription on the side of the tomb. It reads, "The sun's light will reveal my gift." Mystified, I cast my eyes upon the wall of the cavern and search for shields for some other clue, but nothing stands out. It reads, "The sun's light will reveal my gift." The sun's light. The sun's light. Oh, yeah. Sunborn vanishes in the darkness. Vanishes the darkness and in an instant, half blinding my gloom-adjusted eyes and bringing summer's warmth to the cold cavern. Blinking and squinting, I noticed that one of the shields in particular is glowing in the bright light. I reach up and pull the shield down to reveal a small cavity hewn into the rock behind it. Inside is a blood-red urn. Ooh, goodness. I find it unsettling. The eyes seem to have pierced my soul. Raised detailing, it's warm and smooth. Made out of the red clay. The eyes appear to be small green gemstones. That was. Then we got. Whatever this is. Um. I don't think we have anything left. Ew. Ew. I got to thinking after I left earlier. Transferring the secret to another could only add extra step. Yes, it's safer than walking around with it in my head, but I know where to find it. And what I really need is a truth conduit so that I can deceive them into thinking I know nothing at all. Jeez Louise. A truth conduit. These items are used by tricksters and swindlers to distort and deceive. They do not warrant the designation of the dot article that some want to apply to them, but they can be and have been used maliciously. Maliciously. God, I need to learn how to speak. Not read. I can read perfectly well. The gentle sound they produce anchors the mind, and the spell is woven combining symbology with a deeper, more primitive power. Designation. Art article. They distort and deceive. I wonder whether it's this. That was kind of easy. Yes, the symbol of deception above its head. It's the only reason why I knew it was that one. You were wondering if it was that one too. Yeah, that was the only reason why I knew, like, the deception symbol. I need to go get some more tea. That'll be 2 seconds. It's only on the other side of the room. The ringing? Yeah. I'm back. See? What do you mean 3, 4, 5, 6? I was back. I was back when you said 2. A bit more than 2. I was back when you said 2. I have never felt more tired or devoid of life. An apathy has settled in my bones that I do not seem to be able to shift, and while I still have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without a fight. By the grace of Grey, I will find a way forward. An apathy has settled in my bones? Is there a bone curse? Bone curse. Fuck you, Hank. Why am I supposed to? Oh, she's tired? What does this woman want? I don't quite understand. I have never felt more tired or devoid of life. An apathy has settled in my bones that I do not seem to be able to shift. But while I still have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without a fight. By the grace of Grey, I will find a way forward. Any ideas? Any ideas? I don't know, mate. It's like not helpful at all. One is dependent to dispel melancholy. Melancholy. I'm not sure if that's what she wanted, but I've been tipped off about something exciting. Have you come across the so-called nameless gods? Did you also know that the tall stones that you sometimes find in high places were once doorways of a kind? And there is an exciting part. And here's the exciting part. An inscription has appeared on the stone that sits atop the weather lamp. This is where you come in. I'm confident that a pit will open a doorway. Another option is a Babylia to read the inscription. But they say if you have read the language of the nameless gods, you become cursed. Which I can't say I like the sound of. I'm leaning towards more the direct approach, but then again that could become dangerous too. He was a pit or Babylia? Babilia? Whatever. Or a pit. Hang on. You're confident that a pit will open the doorway, but you're not 100% sure. And the other option is a Babilia to read the inscription. But they say if you read the language of the nameless gods, you become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. I'm leaning towards the more direct approach, but then again, that could be dangerous too. We like this guy. We don't want him to die, right? What do we do? This is important. Because he could die. The meaning of the unusual markers on a Babilia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. They can also be used to aid with translation for foreign text, although it requires some skill to make full use of it. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Or a pit. The three different elements that make a pit allegedly represent earth, sun, death, or darkness, and the Dredaic and Generic and the Noctic. These energies balance in such a way that the objects do not produce a recognizable thermic field. They can be directed to emit a powerful vibrations capable of cracking solid rock. So he wants to break it open with that. And hold on. He said the nameless gods, right? Do we have anything that tells us about the nameless gods? Is there a way to make sure he's not talking shit? The League of the Amazonian Heart used these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it's said that they worship an ancient nameless god, communing with them via broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of the talon hard against their cheekbone to draw blood. It's in here, but it doesn't tell me anything about the nameless god. So the pit. Three something or other. It's made of sun, earth, and death. Green, orange, and black. I don't have anything like that. Three different elements that make up the pit energy represent the earth, sun, and death. The Judaic, the generic, and the Noctic. These energies balance in such a way the objects do not produce a recognizable thermic field. Let's put this. I think that's the pit. Eh. I guess the only way to make sure. We have a leaf, an acorn, a dot, a circle. A leaf. Spring, autumn, summer, and winter? No. The trick. The one that is a loop? You mean this one? What does that what does that symbol mean? It has a symbol of paralysis on it. That's not right. Three different elements that make up the pit illusion represent the earth, sun, and death. They represent the sun. What that they are, they represent it. Is there symbols? The sun? Gold? Triangle? Earth? And this symbol, death. Wonder. Yep. Then what is it? Because holy fuck, I have like no idea. these symbols? The moon. One of them is a witch's sign. And I have no idea what the moon means. Other than over. The one thing has all of the weather stuff on it. I suppose it doesn't really matter if we get it wrong because we have to do the thing anyway. Oh god, this gets harder and harder as it goes. Break the seal before it breaks your mind. Ugh. We just need what, 4 of a kind? Heck. Come on. Oh my god. That was close. Dude, you're a pain in my fucking ass. I don't know what any of these items are, bro. I'm trying to think and like... The only thing I can think of is this thing. It has gold, it's made of clay, bone. Like, not vibrating or anything. What is an upside down triangle? Triangle with a line going through it. Not even on here. What does it mean then? Here it is. Weakness. Well, it's definitely not that then, is it? I don't know. Okay. The item is made of 3 different materials: gold, clay, and the skull. Nice. Not remotely even close. Here's a token of my appreciation, so if you ponder over. It's a fucking block of gold. Thanks, dude. Makes sense now? What do you mean it makes sense now? That was complete bullshit. Fucking cat. What are you doing? Stop that. Summer, winter, autumn. What is this supposed to mean? Mars in winter, rising in summer. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Isn't it silver in summer? Silver even. Silver. Mars is iron. Mars iron. Iron in winter. Iron in winter. Rising in summer. I'm just guessing here, I have no clue. The smell and sounds of cooking greet me as I enter castle kitchens. I feel a little foolish as I try to avoid the cook's glares while following the clues left to me by a mad old man. What was I thinking? I'm not going to find anything here, and yet, on the exact spot where the map leads me, there is something, a floorboard that has been cut and replaced with a little difficulty. I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below before my fingers grasp on something hard. So apparently that is the Bishop's Square. And you're supposed to get that from using this. What I just did, you're supposed to be like, oh, the Bishop's Square, I gotta use that on the castle map. Apparently that's what you're supposed to, like, be able to grasp from that note. Which you can't, by the way. It's complete and utter bullshit. The fuck is this thing? Oh, it's not even gold, it's yellow sandstone. It's crumbly, guys. There's two symbols on it. Wax. And what was it? Fire? Wax and fire. Yep. With dreams of earning his fortune long banished from his mind, the man brought the casket to trusted friend, creator of the museum in Undermere, to give it a look fast. Sword tangled in vines. I am buried with the Knight of Thorns. Alright. That is going to be it. Because it's getting late. I'll just raid Scrubs again. He's playing football. If I can even spell his name right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it while I lose my mind. I will be back tomorrow to try to hopefully finish this off. And maybe once we do, we can do a bit of Phasmo or something afterwards. I don't know. I don't know what time I'll be going live. It's pretty much just random at this point. Anyway, have a good evening and ta-ta for now.